Welcome back to match 1. This is Old Man Poole. We've won the dice roll. We are going to go first. Pretty good hand here. We've got Goblin Trailblazer and Shake the Foundations, which is terrible together. But Aggressive Urge is pretty good on the Trailblazer. If they try and double block this, potentially get a blowout. Bombard's a good card. I think this is definitely a keepable hand. Would definitely like to find a few more creatures, but... Ooh, Siren Storm Tamer right off the bat. That's a good one. Let's play our Trailblazer and see what my opponent follows up with. It's possible that we'll just try and bombard his Storm Tamer next turn. It is early enough in the game that being able to pay to sacrifice it is a real cost, but... Shipwreck Looter. Alright, getting that value. That's a pretty good curve out for my opponent to start off. I think it's going to be a little bit better in ours. Shake the Foundations not hitting flyers is a little bit unfortunate. Ooh, getting rid of the Arsonist probably means well, I guess he's not playing red for sure. Jungleborn Pioneer was a good draw. Gives me something to do here that's not just hold up Bombard. Oop. Let's actually play our land first. And this blanks the Shipwreck Looter pretty effectively. Alright, opponent playing the ambitious 3-color pirate deck. But things like Looter do help enable that. We will take one. Ooh, Lightning Rig Crew. It's a good one too. It's going to be hard for us to actually remove. I think we'll swing here and we'll Aggressive Urge if he blocks. Draw a card and keep up the Hype Drain. I imagine he blocks, yeah, something. I could see him going for a double block there, depending on how worried he is, but I think this is perfectly fine as well. Okay, another land isn't our favorite draw, but there are worse plays there too. Next turn, we can swing with everything. Again, it depends on what he plays, I guess, but if he blocks with the Lightning Rig Crew, we could always bombard it as well, which is nice. A 0-5 is awfully big, but it's not truly out of range either. Ooh, running Looter might be something that we actually have to kill instead. Discards Evolving Wilds. Ooh, Forerunner of the Heralds was good though. How worried are we about this guy? Medium? Could make a very big Forerunner, or we could just bombard and swing. If we just bombard and swing, we take my opponent to 12. We get rid of this card advantage engine. He can't actually save it right now. That might be enough. Make me happy with that. It's a little bit less mana efficient, but I think the Looter is a serious problem. And most other turns he's going to be able to defend it. Let's go ahead and swing. Or I guess we take my opponent down to 13, not 12, because he'll block. Our 2-2. So definitely still a pretty close game. We're winning the race a little bit, although Lightning Rig Crew is definitely a pretty good racing card. Forerunner of the Heralds will get pretty big pretty fast though. When we play it, I wonder if we'd rather get Pioneer or Jade Light. Probably Jade Light. It's a little bit more card advantage, even though the Forerunner gets less big immediately. Oh wow. Pirate's Pillage, pitching Scoundrel. Not a crazy good tempo play, but I'm actually a little bit surprised he pitched the Scoundrel. I guess maybe he just thinks he'll lose the race if he's playing 2-2 unblockables. Maybe possible. Ooh, Sea Red is something. So I think we play the Forerunner here and plan on Sea Redding next turn. We could play it on the Trailblazer and just get in there. But the Trailblazer, yeah, I guess it's actually pretty tough. Because you can block with the Lightning Rig Crew on it if he finds another creature, but it's pretty likely Sea Red will kill whatever he plays. Gets in for an extra 2 damage now. If he immediately kills the Trailblazer, we're kind of sad. I guess, is it going to be better on the Forerunner is really the question I should be asking. C-Red will get out of range of the cheap black removal, Vanquish the Weak, and the Reaver Ambush. Still bad against Bounce. Still bad against red. Forerunner of the Heralds, I guess. This will go up to a 4-3. Play Jadelight Guardian, it goes up to a 5. Well, yeah, 4-3 and then 5-4, which still dies to things like Bombard. I wonder if my opponent's got removal. If he had removal, would he have used it? Probably not. Nothing we have out is super intimidating. So maybe what we do is we play Forerunner, pass, see if he kills it. Well, he'd probably do it in response, so that means C-Red's kind of awkward there too. We could just go for it. That takes him down to 8. It also means shake the foundations. The Trailblazer survives. It also might encourage him to shoot the Trailblazer and then the Forerunner can get out of hand. I think I actually like this. It does definitely play into removal, but this is the color combination C-Red is probably the least exciting into, because it just does walk into a lot of bounce, a lot of kill spells. Because if he's got like Depths of Desire here, we get pretty blown out. Well, it did pause there, which makes me think he has something. No bounce spell? He has an F6'd. Yeah, looks like he's got something. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate, but... Reckless Rage. Okay. Well, gets that sweet 2-for-1. We could shake the foundations to kill off the rig crew. Doesn't feel real good, especially given that we have some good draws still with shake the foundations. Found our Needletooth Raptor or the our 6-drop as well. Okay, yeah, Reckless Rage got us pretty good there. I'm not sure we would have had a great opportunity to get around it. I guess we could have played the Forerunner and it may would have walked in there. And then we could have played C-Red later. But on the other hand, having a big Forerunner is also pretty good. I think we're going to get Jadelight Guardian. I think I'd rather have 2. Ooh, does he have a counterspell? He does. Alright. I cannot pay for that. Well, he's down to 1 card in hand. And we're racing for 1 damage each a turn. I guess 2 damage each. Yeah, so he's controlling us a little bit. He also gets first draw. Yeah, that was a good combination of cards from 1 mana and a couple treasures. Ooh, borders. Pretty good. Alright, well we do need some stuff off the top here. Reckless Rage, not particularly good. I think what we'll probably do is wait till he attacks, we'll block, end of turn shake the foundations. We'll lose our Merfolk, but we get to draw. I guess we could use Reckless Rage if we need to as well. Actually, Reckless Rage kill Lightning Crew and wreck the foundations. This seems pretty okay. Well, he's got the Siren Storm Tamer. So I guess in reality we just end up killing off the Storm Tamer. I guess we're going to do this. Is there any way you would play stuff before combat? Probably not. But do I really care? I guess let's untap one more time on the Rig Crew as well. So I guess we'll do this. My opponent can counter it with a Storm Tamer if he wants. I'm kind of hoping he won't, because then we get to shake the foundations. If he's smart, he probably will counter it, just because obviously I won't do it for no value. He has another counterspell. We get kind of blown out by this run. My opponent's smart. Maybe I should have done that first. I just said that, hey, this is going to get the Storm Tamer. No, because we can't do it that order, because then the Merfolk dies. Oh, that's true, but waiting will let us get the border too. Yeah, that was mistakes have been made in a couple of spots. We should have done this first main, because then we could have attacked with the Pioneer. Yeah, that was a pretty clunky turn. Okay, yeah, we'll take 1. Yeah. I think I overthought it on a couple of different levels. We probably could have traded with the border there, though. Yeah, a bit rough, a bit rough. Because now he gets to swing for 4. Yeah, that was a not my finest hour. But he still have the potential to top deck. It's not what we call a top deck. Guess I'll swing for 2 here. No real situation where I'll block. We're going down to 4 though. Yeah, I think we could have been in a much better position this game. Yeah, that's okay. No point in really considering it now, other than to remember it for the future. Secrets of the Golden City. That's a good one. Oh, he doesn't actually. I guess he doesn't quite. He's at 8. Feels like the game's gone long enough that he should have Ascend, but it's still good. A divination in the late game is a powerful effect. Seeker Squire. Really want to miss here. It's a 2/3 and a Siren Reaver. Yeah. Well, darn. I think we kind of threw this game away. Needletooth Raptor, not quite soon enough. Do we want to show that to him? Is there any real loss in showing it to him? He swings next turn. We have to block. So this will die. We get to shoot the Storm Taper. He's got another play. I think that is game. I'm actually going to keep the Needletooth Raptor a secret. I don't know if it will matter a ton, but... Alright, so Stormfleet Pyromancer doesn't seem particularly good. Shake the Foundations was kind of awkward in that game. Mutiny wouldn't have been great. Guildgrove Stalker would have been fairly good. I always worry that I don't sideboard enough, but I really can't see much that we won here. I think I'm just going to run it back. I think that was definitely a game we could have won, or could have given ourselves a better shot in, but hopefully this time I'll put things together just a little bit better. Would like to play first. I think this is a keep. We have the potential to be very aggressive with C-Red. Opponent mulligans down to 6. He had 1 Reckless Rage, I think is the only thing we saw. I think we'll probably go for the C-Red if given half an opportunity. Ooh, Forest was a great draw. In which case we may... probably still will go for it. Yeah, we should play the Forest here, because if we find Jadelight Guardian, I guess we can't next turn. If we draw it to play it, then we won't have the Forest, and vice versa. But still good practice, I think, to play our Forest out, since we do have a double green card in the deck. So do we just go for it, or do we wait on C-Red? C-Red does have the potential to be pretty devastating if he doesn't have an answer. If he does have an answer, it's a quick and easy 2-for-1. We could just swing and use Aggressive Urge and cycle. That feels worse. I don't think he'll block. Yeah, let's go for it. If he's got it, he's got it. And if not, I think we're in a really good spot to win the game. He kills it, we can always use Reckless Rage in response. Get a little bit of value there. There's a lot of good interaction. Like, it's definitely not impossible that my opponent's just got bounced or like a bombard or something now, but if he doesn't, it's pretty good too. I guess that's just kind of how you want your auras to be when you're designing, right? Yeah, see, Sailor of Means there is pretty awkward. That means he almost certainly doesn't have a way to interact too. Ooh, Raging Regisaur with the Needletooth Raptor. That's pretty spicy too. Let's go ahead and get in for 4. I don't imagine my opponent blocks. Okay. And we'll play our Raging Regisaur. Next turn we can play Needletooth Raptor and shoot something when the Regisaur attacks. My opponent did mulligan down to 6 this game, but I think this draw would have been hard to beat anyway. Well, if you have an answer for C-Red, it gets a lot worse, I suppose. This is still a really great combo, though. Looks like my opponent has been unable to find black as well here, so he may be having a little bit of trouble with playing all the cards in his hand as well. Okay, pitching treasure, probably for a black card. Yep. Yeah, and we're just going to be able to kill that off with the Needletooth Raptor. Man, this just feels disgusting. Siren Storm Tamer. Land to be good, because then we can play Reckless Rage as well. But so let's see. We swing with the Regisaur, he actually can block with all of these and kill it. But I think we're still in a great spot then. I think we still just shoot the Ruthless Knave, don't give him a good opportunity to trade. Alternatively, we could just kill this. That feels much worse. Okay. Shoot the Needletooth Raptor. And the Needletooth Raptor then shares the love. I think my opponent probably has to triple block. It is a tough pill to swallow, but I think is probably correct for him here. That was still like, I guess, kind of a 3-for-1. We had to have a little bit of an enabler there, but it's pretty good. One goes down to 8. And we still have a Needletooth Raptor in play, which means we can kill 2 of my opponent's creatures next turn if we need to. Also have Aggressive Urge, yeah. Outside of like a really impressive bomb that doesn't die to Reckless Rage, I feel confident about this game. Sailor means getting in there. Obviously doesn't want to block, so. Who does have the Arsonist? So in that case, I think we're pitching a land. So I guess our mountain. Yes. And actually, do we have lethal? Because no, not quite. So we could Aggressive Urge this guy, and then Reckless Rage, kill both. But then we're only at 7 damage too. Oh, mountain to replace the mountain we lost. Do we like that play? That's our last enabler. A 4-4 might be the best thing he has, though. We could just swing with the Fathom Fleet Firebrand and play Wayfinder. We take my opponent down to 1. Is that just good enough, though? We still have the Raptor in play as well. It's still going to get 1 more trigger, probably. Let's do it. Get to kill both of these guys. Play. Target creature you don't control for 4. Target creature you do control for 2. And kill off my opponent's last remaining creature. Take him to 1. He's got 1 card in hand. Yeah, opponent concedes. Alright, well, we just need to do that 1 more time. I really wish we hadn't tossed that first game, but hopefully we'll get lucky again here. So I could pull out Sea Red. My opponent may save removal for it at this point. Still don't like Shake the Foundations very much. Horncrest, I guess, would be okay. Didn't see anything that Slice and Twain really interacted fantastically with. I think I'm still gonna keep Sea Red. I think this is a very good top deck late game. And just has the potential to win an early game, too. It's high variance. And maybe our deck's good enough that it's actually dangerous to play such a high variance card. But, okay, this sounds good. I'm glad we have that mountain there on the end. I didn't see it at first, and I was like, oh no. But happy with this. Opponent mulligan down to 6 again. Well, didn't want to find another land there. We were a little bit high on lands already. We can cantrip the Shake the Foundations if we need to. A perfect roll to get a little bit of value from it. As is often the case, we would like this to miss. And it did. But he found an island, so he does have all 3 colors. Not a land? Not a real good play either, though. Alright, let's pass back. Look at that. Natural Tron. Beautiful. Sailor of Beans. Yeah, that definitely stops our Tianoli's Knight from really getting in there. We might have to wait for the Raging Sword Tooth to do the damage. Not a land? Ooh, that's a good one. Is that worth saving the Vine Shaper Mystic for? Probably is. I think we're just going to pass. We have Shake the Foundations up. If we get to snipe something on my opponent's turn, we probably will. Yeah, I don't know. We could just play the 2-4 there. It's a little bit more conservative. Playing the Forerunner and then Vine Shaper Mystic thereafter is a little bit more of the dream scenario. Now you guys have to let me know what you would do there. My opponent hasn't had an incredibly aggressive start, which is why I think maybe that's fine, but that may be unnecessarily cautious too. Might be slower than you really want it to be. Ugh, the stupid Storm Tamer. Wish it died to Shake the Foundations so very much. Opponent's down to 2 cards in hand. Let's play our Forerunner. We'll trade off Tianoli's Knight if my opponent gives us that option. I guess the Sword Tooth will kill the Tamer, which is nice. I guess we may actually do that next turn and follow it up the turn after with Vine Shaper Mystic and our Jade Light Guardian. Yes, we would like to use the ability. Or Jade Light Ranger, sorry. I think that is our highest upside card. And let's just pass back here. Ooh, Reckless Rage. Okay. Really want the Forerunner dead. I can understand that. It doesn't make his attacks incredibly better, but maybe he's just worried that he really can't deal with a 4-3. And is obviously mana efficient to do at the end of his turn. I think that maybe is a little bit aggressive, but I don't know what my opponent's deck looks like either. I don't know what my opponent's hand looks like. It may be that Forerunner is just a very difficult thing for him to really beat. Okay, I think this is a good attack for my opponent. I'm still going to block the Ruthless Knave, but here I can be like, oh, if I tried to block the Seeker Squire, he can just make it into mana. Ooh, okay, that may mean that actually that he wants to do something with the rest of his mana this turn. Doesn't change our block, we're still going to go after the Knave. I think we would have anyway, but looks like no trick, which means I'm a-okay with that trade. And let's see what his follow-up is. He can't play his Arsonist, just doesn't have the mana for it. Ooh, interesting. So, didn't swing with the Squire, unwilling to turn it just into treasure. That makes me think he's got something, probably. He's got that counter spell. Be interesting. Raging Sword Tooth would walk into that pretty badly. Can we really avoid it? Maybe not a ton. If he counters Jade Light Ranger, then we could play Vine Shaper Mystic, but feel all that good either. Seeing the Sword Tooth counter feels pretty bad. Is the Sword Tooth going to be much better than this combo? Probably not. And I don't really want to play the Vine Shaper Mystic post Jade Light Ranger. I think we will play the Sword Tooth. If it gets countered, it's obviously bad for us, but if it doesn't, we're very happy to snipe the Storm Tamer too. And even if it does get countered, I think this is still a better follow-up next turn. Okay, did not have anything. I wonder if he does have, like, Bombard or something. And it may be that my opponent didn't analyze that situation the same way I did, and maybe he just didn't think trading the Seeker Squire for Knave was good. Okay, Water Knot's perfectly fine there. Got a little bit of value, but we're gonna have a pretty good turn next turn as well. And he doesn't even have the blue mana to counter anything, so still like our position. And Unfriendly Fire is definitely a solid draw. Let's play our Jade Light Ranger. We want Jungleborn Pioneer. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. I'll put it on top again. And we'll follow it up with our Vine Shaper Mystic and turn this guy into a swell 5/4. I don't think there's actually a whole lot of merit in playing our Jungleborn Pioneer with the Mystic because he's got a 1/4 that we can't get through real easily. I'd rather not Unfriendly Fire it. So on that one and on that one. Perfect. But the Jade Light Ranger is a very significant threat here now. And this Vine Shaper Mystic's a pretty good blocker as well. Shake the Foundations has seemed fairly lackluster. A little bit interesting. I wonder if he has the Arsonist. That might be a reason to trade that away. For just a land, though, on my side? Maybe. I think that wasn't an enabling raid attack. Ooh, Shipwreck Leader. So that's a kind of a desperate play for my opponent. That doesn't mean it's not the correct play either. Well, unfortunately, Shake the Foundations is going to be really good here. Well, fortunately for me, unfortunately for my opponent. I was just talking about how it hadn't been all that impressive, but that was a pretty solid play. I guess we'll go ahead and attack with just the Ranger. I don't really think it's necessary to bluff a combat trick, and he's going to block anyway. And 9 times out of 10. Play a Jungleborn Pioneer. And pass. Siren Reaper's a good one. 3/4 flyer is definitely or a 3/2 flyer even, is definitely, I think, what you're looking to do. So we could just bombard that, and then swing aggressively, or we could take it a little bit more conservatively. It gives my opponent a little bit more time, but we could swing with, like, I guess actually we really don't want to double block, but I guess he probably would double block. In which case we can bombard one of them and then he cries. Cool. I like when my opponent cries. Let's get in with these guys. We'll leave the Merfolk back because I think he'd actually might block differently. He might just use that to snipe the Merfolk. Okay, playing conservatively. Don't hate that. Doesn't want to lose just a straight up combat trick. I think we... Do we care? Maybe we don't even care. Maybe we'd just rather play the Firebrand. We're at 16 life. The 3/2 flyer is good, but not fantastic. Obviously not the best of blockers. Take it. Ooh, Deadeye Rig Hauler's pretty good, though. We may still be able to win through that, but that was actually a pretty good raid trigger. We do get value. We get to bring in the Jade Light Ranger again. Let's see. So can we kill him? We swing with everything. We only have one red source, which makes it harder. What's he block like? Like that, like that. Be in for 3. It's actually not quite enough. So we could just bombard, swing. In that case, we have to get in for 5, and we can play the Jade Light Ranger as well. As we find another red source, see red plus bombard, still doesn't quite do it. We just don't have quite enough mana. Needletooth Raptor, obviously good. That on top. We'll play sea red, I think, on our... I guess the Pioneer, because the Firebrand can get in later. Swing with all of these guys. We can also put it on the Mystic. I guess maybe that's even a little bit better. Although, yeah, I think they'll be able to swing most of the time in either case. And we will swing. He has to block this, but he could block like that. So I still think I'm not going to swing with that Merfolk. I've taken kind of a long time with this game, actually. Probably longer than I realistically should have. I put it down to 4. Hopefully it hasn't been a slog for you guys to watch. The deck seems cool. Got away with C-Red in the second game. I think that's really what got us there. But also turning around, just being able to use the Needletooth Raptor and the Raging Regisaur was pretty absurd. But yeah, happy to pick up match 1. I will see you guys for match 2.